The raw food diet is the cornerstone of good health for dogs and cats. But I often hear dog owners say, raw didn't agree with my dog, or raw food is not for us, she doesn't like it, or even worse, I cannot take one more accident in the house. Raw is not an option. And this couldn't be further from the truth, but man, do I know how they feel. When Iberia and I found each other, she was 7 years old, and when I started switching her to raw, I made all of the mistakes many of you are making. And the result was a sad dog, very stressed out me, and a lot of cleaning up diarrhea. And I don't want you to fall into the same traps as I did. So I wanted to talk to you about my 1-2-3 formula to easily switch your dog to raw. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. I am Micol. I'm a pet nutrition specialist, animal osteopath, and homeopath. Most importantly, I am a passionate pet mama to Iberia here and my 2 lady kitties, Britannia and Caledonia, who are just outside of the frame. Helping them live a healthier and longer life has taught me more than vet school ever did. And in this channel, I'm passing that along to you. So if you're interested in natural nutrition and in integrating a holistic approach to your animal's health, then this is exactly the right channel for you. All right, so let's start at the beginning. So your dog is currently eating kibble twice a day. So the first thing you need to do to switch her to raw is get her used to the taste of raw meat. Buy a little bit of high quality meat and add between, say, a teaspoon and a tablespoon of meat to her bowl. Mix it up a bit and see if she'll eat it. Now, don't worry if she's unsure initially, she'll get used to it. Once she's tried it and she's eating it consistently, then you can go ahead and switch one of her meals to an all raw one, but with a twist. Since you're just starting, you'll be giving her a high bone content item like duck necks or rabbit ribs. There's 3 major reasons for this, and they're all a really big deal. So first of all, I want her to get used to the taste of an all raw meal. When we think of eating raw, we're always think of the health benefits, but let's not forget that eating is a pleasure too. And our animals enjoy eating their meals just like we enjoy eating ours. You need to let them get used to the taste of real food. Now, kibble would be tasteless if it didn't have a coating of fat and taste enhancer to make it smell and taste amazing. Kind of like Doritos are for us. So imagine eating Doritos every day and then trying to eat an apple. It wouldn't taste like much, would it? Because our taste buds are used to the overpowering flavors of processed foods. So initially, you'll hardly taste the apple. But as time goes on, your taste buds will slowly adjust and you'll come to really taste and appreciate the crisp, sweet and sour taste of a fresh apple. And the same will happen to your dog with her raw meal. The second reason this introductory period is so important is your dog's gut. So here's the thing, kibble is really high in both fiber and carbohydrates, both of which stimulate the intestines to contract more often and basically produce poop more quickly because dogs can naturally digest the fibers and carbohydrates in kibble. So basically, a large percentage of that kibble meal is waste material. But what we want is for your dog's gut to slowly get used to raw and to actually slow down a little bit and really digest and absorb the nutrients that raw provides. We actually help the gut slow down a little bit by feeding a raw meal with a higher percentage of bone, usually in between 20 and 40%. Like I said, duck necks and rabbit ribs. The last reason still has to do with the gut, but more specifically with the bacteria in your dog's gut. This is actually these bacteria that digest the large majority of the food that our dogs eat. And then they release a digested byproduct, which is easier to absorb for your dog's body. And this is actually true for our bodies as well. Now, obviously, different bacteria digest different foods. So you need to give the gut flora, the bacterial population in the gut, time to specialize to this new diet. This means some strains or types of these gut bacteria need to reproduce and increase in number so that they'll be ready for a full-on raw diet. This takes a few days, so this is why it's good to introduce raw, shall we say part-time, for a few days first. I'm telling you, I am really passionate about gut health. You'll hear me talk about this topic a lot more in coming videos, but for now, I just wanted to keep this little tidbit in mind. And quick reminder, if you this give you a little bit of food for thought and a pause, like this video and share it with a dog mama friend. The more dog owners that we can reach, the more dogs' lives we can change for the better. And that's why this channel is here in the first place. Okay, so once your dog has been successfully eating one high bone raw meal and one kibble meal, it's time to switch her current kibble meal to raw. So keep the higher bone content of that meal the same, but replace the kibble meal with a normal meat meal. This should definitely not include organs. Why? Well, organs can cause loose stool, which translated into real life means feeding organs can cause diarrhea. And I don't want you to have to learn how to clean liquidy dog poop from your wall. Take it from me, okay? You can spare yourself that one, then that'd be awesome, okay? Let's keep this meal 100% meat. Now, pay attention to your dog's poop. She should be pooping every day to about every day and a half, and her poop should be firm and much smaller than before. And less stinky. And you're welcome for that, by the way. It's one of the things I appreciate the most about raw feeding, actually. So once her poop is consistent, or, usually it takes about a week or two, you can then start balancing every meal with the 80-10-10 rule. I would start with about 5% liver content, and then once your dog is used to it, then add the 5% of secreting organs, adding one organ at a time. I wish I had known this when I started switching Iberia to raw diet. It would have saved a lot of worrying, a lot of cleaning up on my part, and I'd have been able to switch her to a healthy diet much, much faster. I really hope this video will save you from the pains of transitioning your dog, that's for sure. So thank you for watching. Give your dog a kiss for me, and I'll see you in the next one.